This
specifically.
conference will now be recorded.
You can stay closer. I can see you guys. And the microphone, I have one right in front of Jody. So it tends to be quieter.
Okay, so he wants to stay here?
Yeah, you can stay there.
Okay. I'm just going to pull this chair back. Is that okay? So we are here to publish this following notice in the Oneonta Star. Notice hereby given that a public hearing pursuant to section 859A-2 of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York, the Act, will be held at the County of Otsego Industrial Development Agency on the 20th day of July 2021 at 11 o'clock a.m. local time at the offices of the agency located at 189 Street, Suite 500 in the city of Oneonta, Otsego County, New York, in connection with the following matters. Springbrook, New York Incorporated on behalf of a to-be formed special purpose entity, the Ford Block Oneonta LLC. The company has submitted an application to the agency with a copy of the application is on file at the offices of the agency. Which application requested that the agency consider undertaking a project for the benefit of the company. Said project consisting of the following. A1, the acquisition of an interest in approximately 2.29 acre parcel of land located at 186-212 Main Street in the city of Oneonta, Otsego County, New York, tax map number 300.31-1-37.2, the land, together with existing improvements located thereon, containing in the aggregate approximately 22,464 square feet of space, and 2, the renovation and reconstruction of a portion of the facility, and 3, the acquisition and installation thereof of various machinery and equipment. All of the foregoing to be owned and operated by the company at an approximately 24-unit residential mixed-use apartment building and other direct and indirect related activities. B, the granting of certain financial assistance within the meaning of section 854.14 of the Act with respect to the foregoing, including potential exemptions from certain sales and use taxes, real property taxes, real estate transfer taxes, and mortgage recording taxes, collectively the financial assistance, and C, the lease with an obligation to purchase or resale of the project facility to the company or such other persons as may be designated by the company and agreed to by the agency. The agency is considering whether A, to undertake the project, and B, to provide certain exemptions from taxation with respect to the project, including 1, the exemption from mortgage recording tax of the county clerk of Otsego County, New York, or elsewhere. 2, exemptions from deed transfers on taxes and any real estate taxes, if any, with respect to the project. 3, exemption from sales tax related to the acquisition, construction, and renovation and installation of the project facility. And 4, in the event that the project facility would be subject to real estate taxation if owned by the company and has been deemed exempt from real property taxation due to the involvement of the agency therewith, exemption from real property taxes, but not including special assessments and special ad valorem levies, if any, with respect to the project facility, subject to the obligation of the company to make payment of real taxes with respect to the project facility. If any portion of the financial assistance to be granted by the agency to the project is not consistent with the agency uniform tax exemption policy, the agency will follow procedures for deviation from such policy as set forth in section 874.4 of the Act prior to the granting of a portion of such financial assistance. If the agency determines to proceed with the project facility will be acquired, constructed, reconstructed, and installed by the agency and will be leased with an obligation to purchase and sold by the agency to the company or its designee pursuant to the project agreement, requiring that the company or its designee make certain payments to the agency. The agency has not yet made a determination pursuant to Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Act, SECA Act, regarding the proposed environmental impact of the project. The agency will, at said time and place, hear all persons and views on either the location or the nature of the proposed project or the financial assistance being contemplated by the agency in connection with the proposed project. A copy of the application filed by the company with the agency with respect to the project, including announced the costs and benefits of the project, is available for public inspection during business hours at the offices of the agency. A transcript or summary report of this hearing will be made available to the members of the agency. Additional information can be obtained from and written comments may be addressed to Jody Zabrowski, Chief Executive Officer of the County of Otsego Industrial Development Agency, 189 Main Street, Suite 500, Oneonta, New York, 13820, telephone 607-267-4010. This is dated July 6th. And it was posted on our agency webpage as well on July 10th. For background information, on July 15th, I did have a meeting with their city attorney regarding the project. They voiced their concerns about taking property off the tax rolls, although they do support the project. And on July 19th, I met with the superintendent and the board president of the Oneonta School District. And they also expressed concerns about taking off the property off the tax rolls as it affects their financials, state aid. So with that, I'll open it up for any other additional comments that anybody has.
Just maybe we should just clarify, so we're the intent is not to take the property off the tax rolls. It's going to so I just want to make that clarification and make sure that there's understanding between the city mayor and the superintendent of schools that it's not a continuance in current tax levy and then a staggered increase based on timelines plus that 25 right?
Yeah, just, it might be splitting hairs. The mechanism by which a pilot could be granted requires that the entire property be moved to the tax-exempt portion of the rolls. But to your point, what we're saying is there is no harm being created. We will pay the existing tax burden on the property into the future and the increment upwards from there over the schedule. So it's as if the property is still on the tax rolls. But technically speaking, it's not, because that's the way that the exemption works.
Okay. And that's normally the way the project would work. In this particular case, both the city and the school district were adamant that the property stay on the tax rolls, that it not be taken. So at the present time, we're working to actually, one of the misunderstandings when you read the public notice that was sent to all taxing jurisdictions, said the project will be exempt from tax. The project is defined in our application as the upper two floors, not the federal property. We have scheduled a meeting tomorrow with the mayor, the city attorney, and the city assessor to look at how the city assessor can separate out the assessor, because right now he would only assess it as one bill. What we're contemplating doing if we go ahead with this project is releasing the second and third floors from you and taking those off the tax rolls and leaving the ground floor on the tax. Something that can be done, but they'll confer with the assessor that the mechanics of how to do it.
So did you feel like from those meetings, because I had another column written myself, obviously carried multiple times, but did you ever feel that they understood what you said about the fact that they won't be missing any revenue, that the structure by which we move forward with improvements is yet to be determined? There won't be a loss of revenue on their part. You know, they understood that.
They understood that. It's not that they're paying any revenue. That wasn't their concern. What their concern is a similar thing happened with the Harvard we had the school board, and that affects the cap rate when you take property off the cap rate. In the case of the city of Oneonta School District, it wasn't so much the cap rate recalculation issue. It was that the more property that becomes tax exempt, the less state aid you're entitled to. I forgot the term used. But well,
The combined wealth ratio.
Yeah.
Yes, the state
so
technically.
there's no quarterly information on which you calculated. And it's not just this project. think 56% of the city of Montana. And that really hurts their state aid. So that's what they were concerned about, not so much that they're going back, or you take those.
Sure.
On what state aid.
And that's why you're considering this other option of splitting the property by floor. Which probably makes a lot of sense. I don't know.
It actually, frankly, is a good solution for the project, because then we can keep the commercial tenants and their property tax separate, completely separate. Actually, I think it's a good solution.
Yeah.
This typically also happens in IDA deals with solar projects. They'll make like a separate tax parcel. It's just hypothetical for just the solar, as opposed to the underlying agricultural. You know, so it's done on a regular basis, and this actually would, like I said, I think it would actually be cleaner. Yeah.
The big issue is really in the city is also. I would not use the doing so. That's what we're having a special meeting.
And who's at that meeting? Bill? Who's at the meeting tomorrow? The assessor.
I'm sorry.
Who's there? So you and Megan and,
The mayor, the city attorney.
okay.
the city.
Is it your sense that if we were able to solve that issue, that the parties are otherwise in agreement with the project?
I believe that the parties are in agreement.
They're hoping to find a way to basically do the project, but alleviate the buffer ratio issues like this. So it's not unlike for a lot of towns around the city of York. It's a county seat, it's a government military town. For not for profits, like in this case, partner, so much is all good problem high as well. We consider us a high wealth district in some assessments of all those buildings. However, none of them have any benefit to the school district as far as tax generation.
I think in the case of the school board, they're we're doing a pilot this year, the expansion, we're doing possible one review, and we're doing another one in town, hopefully, which actually in the school district. A company that in New Jersey that's purchasing medical coach facility. So there's, and then we have, the one they didn't object to at all was that we're doing actually a 7 megawatt solar project, but it's in Hartwood, so it's already taxed, so they do that. Because they're going to get but they're saying you guys are becoming too aggressive. But we also explained to them, well, it affects possibly their state aid formula. It affects our operation. This is how we say it. That's not a reason.
I mean, also, one point you probably mentioned for housing projects, there's obviously a long-term benefit for public schools to have only some units come into their district. Because, I mean, ideally, this plays forward where people take residence here and, you know, improve and develop in their jobs, have student kids in the school district, that helps them with their summers, which ultimately leads to their also. Long-term impact on their foundation. So there's a long-term benefit. I guess Years from family, years from
So it is now 11:21. Assuming that